Hey, happy Homebrew Wednesday everyone. Nathan McKenzie here again. This is my Homebrew Wednesday number 4. Yeah, they start to tick up the old videos, don't they? Right, before I'm going to get into it too much, I thought I've got a bit of a rant to get off my chest, really. And I thought I'd get that out of the way first and then end on positive notes. As you all know, I entered a wee homebrew competition, a locally run, Gorge Road Town and Country Club, out in the sticks there. That's probably half the reason why it was so shit. Well, let me get into it a little bit. Very badly run to start with. Just where do I start here? Their attitude to beer is the less flavour the better, is the best I can describe it. They were really just a bunch of people out there who wanted to drink moonshine, whiskey, high pads, sambucas. Just, you know, I did sample a wee bit of it and it was just, there was nothing wrong with it. It was just, I'm just not into high pad stuff like that. I didn't give a shit about beer. You know, I don't even believe they knew the basic beer styles. You know, the comments I got is basically, you know, I've only been brewing just on a year now, and I feel I've tried to educate myself and to get more knowledge on how to brew better beer, craft beer, how to really get those hoppy flavours, those malty flavours, and balance the beer. And that's what I'm into, and that's what I was hoping I'd get out of this competition. People that knew what they were talking about, people that have been doing it longer than I have, wee tricks I could pick up on, but no. No, nothing like that. It's pure kit and kilo stuff for these guys. That's fine, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to. I just feel this is where my rant comes in. Get ready. I feel if you're running a competition, if you're charging an entry fee, you should at least know what the basic beer styles are. You should at least have an idea of flavours, hops, what else? You should at least, I don't know, have some education behind you to actually judge a beer. How to now? No, I'm not discrediting the person that won it, because he did a good kit and kilo beer. He did a wheat beer. Didn't use a wheat beer yeast, which I know, and probably a lot of other people know out there. That's where 50% of the flavour comes from in a wheat beer. So it was a wheat beer, but I couldn't tell it was wheat beer. It just tasted like a very lawnmower beer. Lawnmower, non-offensive. It did have some yeasty esters in there. Now, this by no means is a sour grapes. No means at all. Because they didn't know what they're doing. And, you know, I was still very proud of my beer. I'm a bit pissed off that I wasted 4 bottles of it though, for no outcome. There was no judging, there was no mark sheet, there was no one gave me any feedback, nothing. Waste of frigging time. Complete waste of utter time. Waste of my Sunday evening travelling half an hour out of town in a rush because I had heaps to do that day. Breathe out. That's off my chest now. I'm a bit happier. You've got to get it out. If you bottle her up, she turns a bit rancid, doesn't it? Right, enough about that. I won't be entering next year, let's just put it that way. I will be going up to Dunedin next year. I need to get in touch with people in Dunedin, like yourself there, Adrian. I know you guys have got a good craft brew, amateur brewing situation going on up there, so I might have to come visit you guys. And there's no, I guess, in another vein, there's no point ranting and raving if you're not willing to do anything about it. So I probably need to get my ass out of gear, into gear, and set up a wee homebrew club here in Invercargill and find like-minded people like myself, because they are there. I know they are. I'm going to find them, even if it's only 4 of us. That's enough. We will find them. We'll find them. And when I say people like me, I say people who like to try new things, are liking the all grain and progressing in that area, but also doing good kit and kilos. Good kit and kilos, because I'm a family man. I've got 3 kids. I haven't got time to do all grain every brew. I wish I could, but I haven't got time. But extract beer, mini mashes, you can still have great beer without doing all grain. So please don't take me the wrong way, like I'm being a total beer snob or anything like that. I'm just striving to make the best beer possible, and that's where I'm at. It doesn't matter where it comes from or how we do it. I'm just keen to make the best beer possible. That's where I come from. That's where I'm coming from, right there. Right, enough on that. Let's talk about something fun. Right, red beer, my red ale, my Irish red ale that I'm obsessed with and that I want to make. This is my Mark 1, which I'll be doing. I've just had all my grains delivered here, so let's crack on to that. So what I'm going for is my base malt, my 3 kgs of Morris Otter pale malt, my base malt there. Nothing too fancy about that. My specialty grains, bear with me on the pronunciation of this one, I'm probably going to get it wrong. Melilanden? Yeah, that'll do. Here we go, 60 grams of that stuff. So that's my first specialty grain. Next one. Dark crystal. Get the old toffee notes in there, hopefully, the dark crystal, and give it a nice red tinge. Again, another 60 grams. This is my first sort of recipe I've half made up, half plagiarised off people off Beersmith. And I've taken what I like out of a few different recipes to see what I come up with. It is Mark 1. Brown malt. Or I reckon it tastes a wee bit like biscuit malt. Brown malt, biscuit malt, sort of biscuity flavours anyway in there. Again, it's going to help with that red tinge. 60 grams again. Now that is it. That's all my grains. So it's just shy of 5 kgs of grain. I was going to put in some roasted barley, but I had a wee look. This is all in Beersmith, and I had a look at the overall colour. This was going to make it too dark. It's putting some nice roasted flavours in there, but it's too dark for the style that I'm trying to do. So this isn't going in. This is staying out now. So my first mistake there, I feel. So I'm leaving it out for now. That'll go into something else, some mini mash, what I'll do later. Right, hops. Really simple. Fuggles. 15.5 grams at 60 boil, and then at 15 minutes to the end of the boil, another 15.5 grams. Same with your East Kent Goldings, 60 minute, 15.5, and the last 15 is 15.5. So they're my hop additions out of those 2, and that's all. So as you can see, I'm trying to keep this recipe quite basic, just to see how close I'm going to get to a red ale by doing it like this. Obviously I'll be keeping lots of notes, and this was my first attempt, so I'll be progressing to the ultimate red ale, hopefully. Thank you, Grant, as well, Grant Baker. You gave me a wee tip there. Use some liquid yeast. I wasn't going to use liquid yeast, I was just going to use a dried ale yeast. But he talked me into it. He talked me into the Burton ale yeast there. I haven't used this one before at all. Grant was saying it will help with the creaminess in the ale, so I will be making a yeast starter with this one. The yeast starter that I'll be making is again, going to be a simple one. I'm a simple man. Half a cup of dried malt extract to 500 millilitres of water. And I'll be leaving that for 24 hours before I pitch it in that yeast starter. So that should give me a good healthy yeast count. Bring it on. It's not going to be a powerful beer. This has worked out to be round about between 4.5% to 4.7. That's in keeping with the style. So I'm pretty excited about this. I was going to do it this weekend, but my extract Pilsner that I'm brewing up at the moment hasn't finished brewing yet. I think I've got a wee stuck fermentation on that bugger. She's at about 1018. I may have been fermenting a bit low there, so I've cranked it up a few degrees, cranked it up to 15 degrees, just to see if I can get any more out of her. I should at least get under another 4 points anyway, under 1014 for that. But so I'll give that another week in the fermenter and see how we go. I'll check it again in the weekend, and if I've got no result, I'll rouse the yeast, and yeah, I should get something out of it. So this will be, I was going to brew this up this weekend, but I won't be. It'll be next weekend that I'll be brewing this up, so that'll be great. And you may have noticed the absence of a beer. I'm doing this in the morning. It's only 10 o'clock, 10 to 10 at the moment, and I've got to go to work, so I can't have a beer, bugger. So she's a dry homebrew Wednesday, but you'll forgive me for that. What else I got to say? I haven't really got anything to say. Actually, that's about me. Brewing wise, that's all that's happening with me. Hopefully Father's Day this weekend, so hopefully my wife's got me something beer related. Who knows? We'll soon find out. That's about me, guys. Everyone, you guys have a happy homebrew Wednesday, and have a beer for me. I'll probably have a beer when I get home from work. Weather-wise, here in Southland, oh, she's freezing. She's freezing today. We've had great weather, by the way. I'm just going to put it out there. Everyone talks about the rest of the country having shit weather. We have had the best run of weather for the last couple of weeks you'd believe. It's like spring. Now, now it's changed. It feels like snow. Ooh. It's nasty. Right on lambing, here we come. Bad weather. But that's the story of my life. That's not beer related. We're just rambling. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. See you next time. Bye-bye.